The restaurant's pretty much almost built. We are weeks away from soft opening, and now we gotta do the hard stuff. Actually, this is probably easier. Hello.
My voice is back.
Your voice is back.
Banana bread.
There you go.
Thanks. I'll try it when I don't have the hulls in my mouth.
Yeah, okay, fair. Now it's...
Today.
Huh?
Going analog.
Oh, yeah, it's weird. We are in a weird turn of events. We are at the Golden Wheel, and we are training and doing some observations in their kitchen so that we know how to set things up. It's not, I'll be in a second.
Okay.
As I said, the Golden Wheel is actually going to be closing, and the lovely ladies who have started this Honky Tonk Angel Bar, they are going to be assuming the lease, and the Golden Wheel is going to be no more. So this was just pure coincidence that in the month that I start my restaurant, that this restaurant is closing. I don't know what the heck kind of serendipity, weird shit this means, but yeah, it's like the end of a chapter. So yeah, I guess only fitting that we're here at our old stomping grounds and doing a little bit of testing and learning. My mom's here with us too. Oh, it's so cold. Memories. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite memories from the restaurant. These soccer photos. I'm in the purple one over here. I don't know if you can see it. But like 1998, you know, my golden years of being a soccer player. Except I hated being on my parents' like Golden Wheel team because I said that our team sucks and we always lose. So then after that, I'd always just play on other teams, and we'd still keep sponsoring teams that I wasn't playing on. So this is where I met Matt. I still remember the day that he came in. I was literally like standing around here when he walked in, and he like walked in the door, and like we ended up chatting, and that's like a whole different story. So this is where the magic happens. This is where I used to wash dishes when I was like 8, and my mom wouldn't let me. My mom would like stop washing the dishes because there's a window over there, and she'd be like, I don't want people to see you washing the dishes. So this actually used to be my bedroom, which now has many fridges, but this is way back when we were not very busy. So there was a wall here, and I had a bunk bed with my brother in this room. Kind of illegal, I guess, maybe, I don't know. But now I can say it. There was a TV here, and my brother would like play video games and stuff. And then there was like a desk in that corner, and like I remember the early days when it was dial-up internet, and my brother would use the internet to print me off coloring pages. Like, yeah, really random. And then over here, this is actually my parents' bedroom. And it's a storage room now, but at one point when I was really young, I would actually just sleep in their bed with them. And actually, even better is there's actually, I don't think, only show idea. That's even better. My Spice Girl stickers are still here. Do you remember like the gum?
Oh yeah.
And then like it came with like, I first like double bubble maybe, I don't know, and it came with stickers. Anyways, they're still on the wall, which is so awesome. Yeah, I have so many memories from this kitchen as a child. Oh, and this is actually where we used to eat dinner. Like, we didn't have a formal dining room. We had a bigger table, and then at 9 p.m., that's when we ate dinner because everyone, we're done for the day. So, yeah, times have changed.
Right now it's 0, so yeah. Now I'm going to start that one. I'm going to start for 5 rice.
Labels at Fly Mask. We had those at Sweet Project. Yeah. They were a little different than that, but yeah. Has your mom seen the size of the deep fryers that we have now?
I did. I did.
They're gigantic.
Dragon, but I think the handle is very easy to fold.
So the news about the restaurant came out today. I had no idea when this was coming out, so these videos that I filmed, I've kind of just had them for when the time was ready. So they announced on Facebook that they're closing as of tomorrow, meaning it's just not open anymore, just like that. And again, the timing is pretty crazy because we're actually about to open this Wednesday for our soft open, just for takeout. So for this to happen in the same week, I don't know what the chances are of that or what this means in the universe, but I think I'm where I'm supposed to be. You know, my parents owned it for decades, and it wasn't just a business, it was our life. I grew up there. After school, weekends, holidays, I was always in that building, doing homework somewhere, sleeping upstairs, watching my parents work morning to night, basically. Over the years, the restaurant changed hands many times, and new owners would come in. They were hopeful, optimistic, and ready to make it their own. But something was always lost, and it's not because they didn't care, and it's not because they weren't capable. It's because what made that restaurant special was never written down. There were no SOPs, no recipe books, no operations manuals, no training systems. Everything lived in my parents' heads. The exact way a dish was supposed to taste, how to run a Friday night rush. It was passed from one person to another just by word of mouth, like a game of telephone. And every time ownership changed, the message got a little more distorted. You know, the food changed, service changed, and costs have definitely changed, and the feeling changed. You know, customers would say, it's not the same anymore. I hear it all the time. And it's not just my parents' restaurants. I hear it from other restaurants too that have changed hands. The soul of a business isn't transferable. You know, you can buy the equipment, you can buy the lease, you can even buy the brand name. But if you can't buy the systems, you're really starting from scratch. Watching it finally close feels really surreal. Not just because the restaurant is shutting down, but because a huge piece of my childhood disappears with it. It also reminds me why I run my businesses the way I do today. You know, I don't want everything to live in my head. I don't want my team to depend on me being there every minute. I don't want my kids to grow up watching a business that can't function without its owners. If you want your restaurant or any business to outlive you, you have to build something that can be handed off intact. That's not just the keys, not just the name, but the knowledge. Because one day, whether you plan to sell, retire, or simply step back, someone else will be turning on the lights. And what they inherit will determine whether your legacy continues or fades away. So I'm excited to get this going. It again feels very surreal, and I'm going to be documenting our week and the day of the first day. It's going to be chaotic, so stay tuned. See you later.